What's going on, y'all? Today is Thoughtful Thursday. I'm your boy Sean Gary, and what I want to start doing is reviewing a book. And so, for all my educators, principals, and teachers, anybody working with students, any youth advocates, coaches, youth pastors, anybody that's dealing with young people, I'm going to pick a book and I'm just going to read a chapter a week and I'm just going to review some highlights. Luckily for those that are watching this, this first book that I chose, there are 55 essential tips here. So I'm basically going to just pick 2 tips a week and just kind of go through. So the book that I chose, though, is the Essential 55. This is by Ron Clark. Many of you have heard of Ron Clark. He's done some amazing things in education. And so this is one of his books. This is a New York Times bestseller. This is the cover of it right here. So you can see that right there. This is him much younger looking guy here. And this one, but it says The Essential 55. It's an award-winning educator's rules for discovering the successful student in every child by Ron Clark. So let's just jump right in, man. It's the 55 pieces here, 55 rules. So the first rule he says, when responding to any adult, you must answer by saying yes, ma'am, or no, sir. Just nodding your head or saying any other form of yes or no is not acceptable. And so one of the notes he put in here, if you want children to respect you, you have to let them know it. And I feel like that's really, really good. And I know for my own background, I remember my parents raised me to say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And growing up, it seemed like a lot of adults would really be excited about that. Like, oh my gosh, you're so polite and, so well mannered. And so, we raised our children to be the same way. And here recently, my son was actually invited to speak for the Boys and Girls Club. They were hosting this event, and some way, somehow, they decided to ask him to speak in some form or fashion. And they told me, he's so well mannered, and he says yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, all the time. And they're just so impressed with his manners and his level of respect for adults and authority. So just a quick note on that one. I definitely think that's important. So rule number 2, this one says make eye contact. When someone is speaking, keep your eyes on him or her at all times. If someone makes a comment, turn and face that person. This also goes to respect as well. When you're showing respect to somebody, then they're most likely going to tend to respect you as well. But some of the things that I highlighted in this section, this chapter, I put, if you're making a business proposal, people will be more likely to trust you and believe in your ideas if they see that you are confident, sure of yourself, and making eye contact with them. I definitely have seen that, not just for myself, but other people as well. When someone makes eye contact with you and they're certain of themselves, they're confident, they may not even be right about what they're saying, but they believe it. They believe in what they're saying. They believe in the idea, the concept, whatever it is that they're sharing. It's very persuasive. A lot of people that may not have a lot of information about that topic, they may just kind of sit back, listen, and go along with it like, oh, okay, yeah. And they'll probably take it as truth. So be confident, keep that eye contact. And then there was one more one I put in here. I highlighted this section. When you look away or down at the floor, it shows you aren't sure of what you are saying and that you possibly aren't telling the truth. So we definitely want honesty when dealing with people. So it's good to deal with honesty when you're talking to kids and you're expecting them to be honest with you. So keep your eyes locked in on them. When you're speaking to them, look them in the face and expect them to do the same. And as you do these things, your students are probably going to do the same back to you. So this is a very, very short video. I just want to start highlighting every week some nuggets out of here. I may do 3, but I did 2 today. And we're going to get through this, the Essential 55. So it's supposedly a great book with a lot of good things in there. So we're going to explore. Leave some comments below if you dealt with any of these things, or do you agree or disagree with any of the 5, or agree or disagree with anything that I said. Feel free, leave those comments below and we can start some dialogue, get some conversation. But for all of you that are out there working with young people, kudos to you. Keep working with young people. Continue to motivate them and encourage them and inspire them to be more and do great. All right, this is Thoughtful Thursday, and we are going through the Essential 55 by Ron Clark. So continue to inspire and motivate those young people and have a wonderful Thursday. on this Thoughtful Thursday. It's your boy, Sean Gary, and I'm out. Peace.